Think about it like this. When you walk into a fine establishment, a quality restaurant, they have standards. They have a dress code. They have a certain level of service. They have prices that reflect their value. And you know what? People respect that. People do not walk into a 5-star restaurant and expect to be served garbage. Why? Because the establishment has set a standard. You are that establishment. You are that restaurant. But what have you been doing? You have been letting people walk in with no shirt, no shoes, tracking mud all over your floors, and you have been serving them your best while they give you nothing in return. You have been operating like a clearance bin when you are of luxury quality. You have been putting yourself on sale, marking yourself down, giving discounts to people who do not even see your value. And then you wonder why they treat you cheaply. Self-respect means you wake up every morning and you make a decision about how you are going to allow people to interact with you. It means you do not accept disrespect just because it comes from someone you love. It means you do not tolerate being ignored, being taken for granted, or being treated like an option when you show up as a priority. Self-respect means you understand that you set the tone for how people engage with you based on how you engage with yourself. When you do not respect yourself, you send a message to the world. That message says, you can treat me any way you want, and I will still be here. You can lie to me, and I will believe you. You can hurt me, and I will forgive you without you even changing. You can take from me, and I will keep giving. That is the message you send when you have no self-respect. And people will believe that message because you keep proving it to be true. But when you respect yourself, everything shifts. You start showing up differently. You start speaking differently. You start requiring people to meet you at a certain level, or you do not engage. You stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stop trying to convince people of your worth. You stop auditioning for a position in someone's life when you should be the main character in your own. Self-respect is not about being arrogant or thinking you are better than other people. It is about knowing your value and not allowing anyone to devalue you. It is about understanding that you were not put on this earth to be a doormat, a punching bag, or a dumping ground for other people's dysfunction. You were put here to live in peace, to grow, to evolve, and to experience love that uplifts you, not love that drains you. And that starts with respecting yourself enough to demand better. Boundaries are not walls, they are guidelines. You are not shutting people out. You are letting the right people in and keeping the wrong energy away from your peace. See, some of you hear the word boundaries and you think it means you have to cut everybody off and live on an island by yourself. That is not what boundaries are. Boundaries are about creating a healthy space where you can exist without being constantly drained, disrespected, or disturbed. Think about your home. You have a front door, right? That door has a lock. You do not leave your door wide open all day and all night, letting anybody walk in whenever they feel like it. You lock your door. You decide who gets a key. You decide who can come in and who needs to stay outside. That is a boundary. You are protecting your space, your belongings, and your safety. But you still have people over. You still let loved ones in. You still invite people into your home. You just do it on your terms. That is what emotional and personal boundaries are. They are the locks on your door. They are the guidelines that say, this is acceptable and this is not. You can call me, but not at 3 in the morning unless it is an emergency. You can share your problems with me, but I am not going to let you dump all your negativity on me every single day. You can be in my life, but you cannot disrespect me and expect me to stick around. These are guidelines, not walls. Walls keep everyone out. Boundaries let the right people in and protect you from the wrong ones. Here's what happens when you do not have boundaries. You become exhausted. You become resentful. You become angry at people for doing things that you never told them were not okay. You expect people to read your mind, to know your limits, to respect lines you never drew. And that is not fair to them or to you. If you do not communicate your boundaries, people will keep crossing them and you will keep getting hurt. Boundaries are also about energy management. You only have so much energy in a day. You only have so much emotional capacity. If you are spending all your energy on people who drain you, you will have nothing left for the people who pour into you. If you are constantly saying yes to things you want to say no to, you will burn out. If you are always available to everyone, you will never be available to yourself. Boundaries help you distribute your energy wisely. Some people are going to test your boundaries. They are going to push back. They are going to say you have changed. You are acting differently. You are not the same person you used to be. And you know what you need to say. You are right. I have changed. I am different. I am not the same person who let you walk all over me. That is growth. That is evolution. That is, you finally understand that boundaries are not about being mean. They are about being healthy. And let me tell you something else. The people who truly love you and value you will respect your boundaries. They might not understand them at first. They might need some time to adjust. But if they care about you, they will make the effort to honor what you need. The people who do not respect your boundaries are showing you exactly who they are. Believe them. Do not make excuses for them. Do not lower your boundaries to keep them comfortable. Let them go. Now, some of you are sitting here thinking, well, if I set boundaries, people will not like me anymore. Good. Let them go. The people who get upset when you set boundaries are the exact people who were benefiting from you having none. Read that again and let it sink in. When you start setting boundaries, some people are going to have a problem with it. They're going to call you selfish. They're going to say you are being difficult. They are going to act like you are the problem. But here is the truth. They are upset because they can no longer use you. Think about the people in your life who get mad when you say no. Think about the people who make you feel guilty for not being available every single time they need something. Think about the people who ignore your requests for respect and then get offended when you distance yourself. These people were not upset because you set a boundary. They are upset because that boundary stopped them from taking advantage of you. They are mad because you closed the door they were used to walking through whenever they wanted. A person who genuinely cares about you will never be angry at you for protecting your peace. A person who truly loves you will never make you feel bad for taking care of yourself. A person who values you will respect your limits, even if they do not fully understand them. So when someone gets upset at your boundaries, they are telling you everything you need to know. They are not mad at the boundary. They are mad that they can no longer benefit from you having none. You have been trained to feel guilty for saying no. You have been conditioned to believe that setting boundaries makes you a bad person. You have been taught that love means sacrifice, even when that sacrifice destroys you. And that is a lie. That is a trap. That is a manipulation tactic used by people who want access to you without having to respect you. Do not fall for it anymore. Let me tell you what happened to me when I started setting boundaries. I lost people. I lost friends who only called when they needed something. I lost family members who felt entitled to my time and my resources. I lost romantic partners who wanted me to shrink so they could feel bigger. And you know what? Losing those people was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because when I cleared out the people who did not respect me, I made room for people who did. The people who leave when you set boundaries were never meant to stay. They were in your life for what you could do for them, not for who you are. They were there for the convenience, not for the connection. They were there to take, not to give. And when you finally woke up and said, this is not working for me anymore, they showed you their true colors. Be grateful. They did you a favor by leaving. They removed themselves so you do not have to keep carrying them. Setting boundaries is one of the most loving things you can do, not just for yourself, but for others. When you set clear boundaries, you teach people how to love you properly. You give them a roadmap. You show them what works and what does not. You remove the guesswork. And the people who care will follow that map. The people who do not care will complain about the map and then get lost. Let them. Self-love is not selfish, it is necessary. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You cannot give what you do not have. If you are running on empty trying to please everybody else, you are going to crash. I need you to hear this because so many of you have been taught that self-love is selfish. You have been told that putting yourself first makes you a bad person. You have been convinced that you are supposed to give, and give until there is nothing left of you. And that is a lie that has kept you broken for too long. Self-love is the fuel that keeps you going. It is the foundation that everything else is built on. If you do not love yourself, you will accept love that is harmful. If you do not value yourself, you will settle for people who devalue you. If you do not take care of yourself, you will break down, and then you will not be able to take care of anyone else. Self-love is not about being selfish, it is about being smart. It is about understanding that you matter, that your health matters, that your happiness matters. Think about your body for a minute. Your body needs food, water, rest, and care. If you do not eat, you get weak. If you do not drink water, you get dehydrated. If you do not sleep, you get exhausted. If you do not take care of your body, it breaks down. The same is true for your mind, your heart, and your spirit. If you do not feed your mind with positive thoughts, it will be filled with negativity. If you do not protect your heart, it will be broken over and over. If you do not nurture your spirit, it will be empty. You cannot give to others what you do not give to yourself. If you do not rest, how can you help someone else carry their load? If you do not fill yourself with love, how can you give love that is genuine and healthy? If you do not take care of your mental health, how can you support someone else through their struggles? You have been running on fumes, trying to light the way for everyone else while you are sitting in darkness. That does not work. It has never worked. It will never work. Self-love means you prioritize yourself without guilt. It means you take the time to rest when you are tired. It means you say no to things that drain you. It means you invest in your own growth, your own healing, your own happiness. It means you stop waiting for someone else to validate you and you start validating yourself. It means you stop seeking permission to take care of yourself and you just do it. Some of you are afraid that if you focus on yourself, people will think you are selfish. Let them think that. Their opinion of you does not pay your bills. Their opinion of you does not heal your trauma. Their opinion of you does not give you peace. You know what gives you peace? Loving yourself enough to stop living for the approval of people who are not even living right themselves. You know what gives you strength? Taking care of yourself so you can show up as the best version of yourself. Self-love is not about bubble baths and spa days, although those are nice. Self-love is about making hard decisions that protect your future. It is about walking away from situations that hurt you, even when it is painful to leave. It is about choosing your mental health over a relationship that is destroying you. It is about investing in therapy, in books, in habits that help you grow. It is about looking in the mirror and doing the inner work that nobody else can do for you. That is self-love. That is necessary. That is necessary. That is not selfish. Stop apologizing for taking care of yourself. You do not owe anyone an explanation for putting your mental health, your peace, and your well-being first. When you get on an airplane, they tell you to put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. The same rule applies to life. You have been out here trying to save everyone else while you are suffocating. You have been so busy being strong for everyone else that you forgot to be strong for yourself. You have been so focused on making sure everyone else is okay that you have neglected your own well-being. Every time you take care of yourself, you feel guilty. Every time you say no, you feel bad. Every time you choose your peace over someone else's demands, you feel like you are doing something wrong. And I am here to tell you that the guilt you feel is not your fault. You were programmed to feel that way. You were taught that your needs do not matter as much as everyone else's. You were raised to believe that sacrifice means suffering. You were conditioned to put yourself last. and now you are paying the price. You do not need permission to rest. You do not need approval to take a day off. You do not need to justify why you are going to therapy, why you are setting boundaries, or why you need time alone. Your mental health is not up for debate. Your peace is not negotiable. Your well-being is not something you need to explain. You are a human being with limits, with needs, with emotions, and you deserve to take care of yourself without feeling bad about it. Some of you are in relationships where your partner makes you feel guilty for having needs. Some of you have family members who guilt trip you every time you are not available. Some of you have friends who make you feel selfish when you cannot drop everything to help them. And I need you to understand something. Anyone who makes you feel bad for taking care of yourself does not have your best interest at heart. Anyone who punishes you for having boundaries does not respect you. Anyone who expects you to sacrifice your well-being for their comfort does not love you the way you deserve to be loved. Putting your mental health first is not selfish. Going to therapy is not weak. Taking time to heal is not lazy. Saying no when you are overwhelmed does not mean. Stepping away from toxic people is not cruel. Protecting your peace is not wrong. You have been apologizing for surviving, for healing, for growing, for choosing yourself. And today that stops. The people who matter will understand. The people who love you will support you. The people who respect you will give you the space you need to take care of yourself. And the people who do not, well, they were never really for you in the first place. You do not owe anyone access to you at the expense of your own health. You do not owe anyone your energy when you are running on empty. You do not owe anyone a yes when your mind, body, and spirit are screaming no. Start protecting yourself the way you protect others. Start prioritizing yourself the way you prioritize everyone else. Start caring for yourself the way you care for the people you love. You deserve the same energy you give. You deserve the same care you provide. You deserve the same love you pour into others. And it is time you stop apologizing for finally giving it to yourself. Let me tell you about the power of the word no. No is a complete sentence. You do not have to explain it, justify it, or follow it up with a paragraph of reasons. No means no, and when you learn to use it, you take back your power. This is one of the hardest lessons you will ever learn, but it is one of the most important. You have been saying yes to things you do not want to do. You have been saying yes to people who drain you. You have been saying yes out of guilt, out of obligation, out of fear. And every time you say yes when you mean no, you lose a piece of yourself. The word no is not mean. It is not rude. It is not unkind. It is honest. It is clear. It is powerful. When you say no, you are saying yes to yourself. You are saying yes to your peace. You are saying yes to your priorities. You are saying yes to your boundaries. But you have been so afraid to use that word because you do not want to disappoint people. You do not want to let people down. You do not want to be seen as difficult, unhelpful, or selfish. So you say yes and you suffer in silence. Here is what nobody told you. Every time you say yes when you want to say no, you build resentment. You start to resent the person who asked. You start to resent yourself for not having the courage to decline. You start to feel trapped, obligated, stuck. And that resentment turns into anger, frustration, and eventually burnout. You end up exhausted, overwhelmed, and bitter. And it all started because you could not say one simple word. No, you need to practice saying no without explanation. Someone asks you to do something you do not want to do, you say no. They ask why, you say because I cannot. They push you, repeat, I cannot. You do not owe anyone a detailed explanation. You do not need to provide a list of reasons. You do not need to justify your decision. No is valid. No is final. Some of you are afraid that if you start saying no, people will stop asking you for help. Good, let them stop. The people who only come around when they need something are not your friends, they are users. The people who get upset when you say no are not respecting your autonomy, they are trying to control you. The people who make you feel guilty for declining or manipulating you. You do not need those people in your life. When you start saying no, You will feel uncomfortable. You will feel guilty. You will feel like you are being mean. That feeling is normal. You have spent years being a yes person, so of course it feels weird to change. But I need you to push through that discomfort. I need you to sit with that guilt and recognize it for what it is: conditioning. You were conditioned to please people. You were trained to accommodate everyone. You were taught that